Oh, shoot. No, RWBY, we just asking me for you. Uh-oh. Hello, YouTube, Newbie Jun here, and welcome back to RWBY Volume 9, Episode 7. Let's get straight into it. 1, 2, 3, go. I'm already not liking this. This already says might be distressing for some viewers. Someone's dying this week. We just got the bees. Who's that? I swear if it's one of them. Is it the cat? Is RWBY? No. Better yet, is RWBY gonna kill someone? Because remember, I actually talked about this with my friend, and I think the theory-wise, it's actually convincing. So, right now, the story that they're going through here, RWBY is representing Alex in this case when it comes to, like, Alex's journey. We saw that from what John said, Alex started to act differently when she met the herbist. RWBY is going through that state right now, and now it's just not going well, okay? Also, I didn't think about this during the episode last week because you all saw what last week's episode was. But last week's episode, I was actually thinking, you know the Jabberwalker? I thought maybe could that possibly be Lewis? I love how the music just stopped as soon as I said that. So what I mean by that is that essentially we don't know what happened to Lewis, and then this makes sense. This scene makes sense where like Alex changes and then RWBY comes into play like that. So you could kind of see them being representing each other like that. So RWBY would be Alex here in this case. So Lewis, what I was saying was, since Lewis went to the tree with Alex, and Alex was the only one who went, they're saying that Lewis was sacrificed. So in this case, that means that he didn't technically die. He ascended, and his role was reset to whatever it is. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Stop it. What the fuck? Hello? Huh? So what I'm thinking is that's how the... I love how they're sleeping! Damn. I love how they're right next to each other. That's great. Come on, why should be next to RWBY? Like, let's be honest. But yeah, got that. Hello? Oh yeah, we know who he's representing. The rabbit, huh? What was that though? Oh. Oh god. Yeah, no, yeah, he's definitely representing the rabbit. You sleep way too much. Yeah, see, oh. Why? Oh, goodness. Ooh, I love the music, though. Can you hear the jazzy part? That's great. What's happening, though? Oh. Well, why? Why is this paper so... Night. It's John. Oh, God. So he does this every morning. Oh, so that's a rabbit. Oh. That's so cute. Often when the sun rises, huh? Paper please. Oh, their names fit each other so well. They please you. Yeah. See, look. I'm sorry. Are these like all supposed to be Patrick? That. Hmm. A bit. That thing. Oh. Damn, John. Oh goodness. Is that one Ruby? Oh. Look at Juniper was like. Oh goodness. I can't stop laughing whenever they're together. Oh. Damn. They really love pleasing everyone, huh? Nothing. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Because he has to be protecting the people here. Jesus! Oh. Oh. No, that the no the fact that you said I'm not crazy. That oh. Oh God. Oh. Yeah. No. See that's why I think Lewis is still alive and might be a Jabberwalker. Oh. Hmm. Or something. Oh, other than something fragile, but. Hmm. So he's keeping them trapped here, even though. Ah, oh, John. See. Hmm. So I'm looking at Ruby right now. Hmm. just walk away like that. Yeah. Yeah. Because then if they keep on doing this, then John is gonna be doing... Oh. Ooh. John... Oh, John... Yes. Oh, oh. Oh, John. Oh, see, there we go. Oh, you were saying? Is he gonna say, I'm late, I'm late? What the fuck? Is it the Yep, there we go. It's Neo! Oh. Oh, God. I didn't think Juniper... Ooh, I didn't think that was a rabbit, let's be honest. Mm. Wait, what about Ruby? Ooh. Oh. Ooh. Please. Oh my God, Yang! Please. They're gonna hit it at the same... Oh. Oh. I mean, they had great chemistry beforehand. Yeah. Oh, damn, girl! She just did the freaking... She did a break dance move right there. That's what it was. Oh, oh, oh. Huh. Oh. Oh, oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh! I mean, White's got this. Let's be honest. Ooh. Ooh! Oh, it still works. Oh, man. Okay, that's not how it works. And the fact... Like, she's nervous. Oh, no. Oh! Oh, no. Ooh, ooh! Oh, no. Yeah, see? Ugh! Oh, no! Oh, thank you, Wise. Oh, my God. Oh, is that the real thing? No, ugh! Oh. Oh, no, so that one was really Neo. Well, hi there. It's been a while. Oh, never mind. Yeah. What? John? John. Y'all, do y'all not? Oh my fucking. Are y'all serious? Bruh. Are they trying to. Oh, the damn. Oh, oh shoot. No, Ruby, we just asking me. Uh-oh. Decide. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh oh. Oh. No, she just... Ruby! Mm. Ooh, ooh. You. Ooh. Oh no, John. By myself. About Penny. Did it? It's about the Penny thing. Oof. Yeah, no, she's going. Are y'all really surprised? Really? And this episode ends here, doesn't it? Oh, good lord. I mean, I was waiting for the breaking point, but I'm a bit honestly I'm a bit disappointed with the other members. I know. See, this is the issue when it comes to like finding balance when it comes to like how much stress one or just anyone how much stress people get in this. For sure, I think here of all people, I really relate to John the most when it comes to like being alone in this whole situation. Cause then that you feel so helpless to the point where you have to like think, like you're basically projecting like your thoughts onto the. That's exactly what he did basically with the whole paper village. And then Ruby's situation here, it's very obvious that she's been collecting this burden since the beginning, cause volume 1. And then it basically all goes back to how she really does not like the whole burden that she has to take as a leader. So here, I guess, see, Ruby, the fact that it's very difficult to explain in words when it comes to like what each of the members are going through here. Yeah, yes, I love the scene with like Yang and Blake, but this is becoming more personal. That I can see why they put like the whole distress part here. It's mainly directed at how they were using harsh tone when it comes to this. I can see that it's not as big. Like I can see 100%. Some people are gonna be like, oh, they're being such children. They're still children. Yes, it makes sense for them to feel these burdens. It makes clear sense that this is. It has to be a problem. This has been a problem since a long time when you see like what they've been through, and especially for Ruby, because she did not have any sort of, what do you call it, way to just kind of let things out. And that's a key point when it comes to just being a human in general here. Like for the others, like for Yang and Blake, yeah, they have each other now, so they can support each other. Weiss, she has her family at best, but then that leaves RWBY in the whole situation? What does she have left here? She doesn't even have herself at this point because of how whatever actions she has done throughout the volumes and all of those accumulating, it basically resulted in failure and just nothingness when it comes to what she saw here. And John just added on to this, which just basically just we saw what happened there. So she is technically walking down the path of what Alex was going through. So this now then goes into the line of like the whole situation with what with the opening part, where they showed Alex, but then when she was turning around to show her face, it quickly switched to RWBY. I honestly thought that was Neo doing something, but I don't. At that point, it's not even that. It's just actually RWBY. I thought it was some like play on like characters with like Neo coming through, because after that scene, we go to Neo. We transition to Neo. So there's that going on there, but ultimately then it comes down to like, in this case, whose fault would we put? There's no fault in this. Everybody here is in their own wrong. RWBY, I feel like she must have felt trapped in this case, because she didn't really have anyone that she could confide in. Everybody else, because she clearly saw everybody else was having their own issues, and because of that, even if she wanted to, like way back in volume 4, she wanted to kind of like confide into like Yang, kind of ask like what should she do, because everybody just split up. Weiss was gone, Blake ran away, Yang was in the bed being like just straight up just mentally drained about this whole situation because she fucking lost her arm, and her partner basically Bumblebee, because technically the whole situation here, it is a group of 4, but how that even came to be beforehand, it was pairs. So her partner in this case would be Blake, like teammate wise, like the duo thing, and then RWBY is obviously Weiss here. But then once Weiss went, Blake ran away, Yang was just basically disabled in bed. Who could she confide in? Who? Exactly. Like Taeyang would be busy trying to focus on trying to help Yang recover. RWBY would want to ask like at least Yang, but Yang was not in a state to do that. So that's why I'm actually very surprised at how Yang is acting like this right now. Like, why? Are y'all really surprised? Watch them be like later, like next week, they'll be like, oh yeah, RWBY must be stressed from all of this. Like, we did do all of this, we did push all of the... If that does happen, I'm actually going to be a bit pissed about that, because this has been something that has been accumulating, and she has been showing signs of this since the start of this volume and a little bit in the last volume, because she was saying like, but what about this? What about this? She was at some points in volume 8, she was being very pessimistic. But then she tried, like, she's like, no, there's hope, there's something that we could do. And then she tried to be optimistic as much as she could, which led on to the plan that she had for the final. But John, and then this is where John's fault kind of comes in. It's not like RWBY can read other people. It's if RWBY could anticipate what the enemy could do, or if RWBY at least knew like just a little bit of information of what the enemy either had, aka the relic, or had any like inside information. Essentially, her plan would have been foolproof if not for the loss of the relic, which was with Neo. And even with the Neo situation, it's not like Roman was eaten by the Grimm. Yes, it was during the fight with RWBY, but like, come on. But nonetheless, yeah, there's a reason why we obviously understand, like, Neo hating RWBY, it's not like it's anyone. That's like just the natural flow of things. John's situation here, I think it's not mainly the blame on him as a character. It's more on what on his mental stability, like mental state right now, because he is not in the most healthiest mental state. Let's be honest. And the way that he said all of this, yes, there is some truth in there, but not. I doubt it's. I feel it's majority of it is truth, but deep down he knows himself. Like, if it weren't for that plan, the whole one-way trip kind of thing, what would they have possibly done? This was more on a doable situation when it comes to like when they use the relic of creation. And again, how would they know? It's the villain. Honestly, it's the villain's role to come in and take the protagonist or the heroes when they least expected. So they did a good job at that, but overall, we have to see in a brighter. I say brighter picture as we see like all those people falling off, getting killed because of Cinder, and well, not even Neil. Neil was mainly going after Ruby, but mainly Cinder just throwing fireballs and everything, and the fact that it actually led John to kill someone that he did not want to. More so, killing a friend at that stage. So that's something that he will have to live with until he dies. That's the mental image, the just the feel. He probably like dreamed. He probably sees it in his dreams, like as a nightmare or some sort. Because that's what usually happens when you accumulate that kind of guilty feeling, and it just haunts you day in, day out. It's not like I'm not saying that I killed anyone. I'm just saying that from what I've seen in psychological like thrillers or like just manga and like those kind of things, the way that they explain it, it shows that yes, they may seem like they're fine, but deep down psychologically they have that guilty feeling there somewhere stuck right there, and it's not gonna go away anytime soon. They can try and somewhat, how do you call it, push down that memory so that they don't remember, but that's something like that's just force shutdown. And even then that may be triggered by some kind of like special action or sound, or there might be a certain trigger that will make that memory rise up. So it's not complete. It can never be completely gone depending on what you do. It will stick with you until the day you die, or in this case until you ascend and you just become a new person. So then I want to ask, like, how does this work? Because they say they don't die, they basically get reset. But in this case, that means that memory and personality, all those other things, they do get reset, but essentially they are the same person. So the body, this is why I was wondering how the whole system works, because then in this case the body that they're using should be the same. It's just that their personality and their memories are reset. Actually, no, that's not a good term, because it seems like when they did say when they're reborn, they are turned into basically something else that will be suited for their role, like what the paper people said. So yeah, so my bad, not the body, but like just their spirit. Because when it comes to like the whole situation of like your body and like your whole body structure, there's like the fictional saying of like how there's like the spirit and like your physical form. Your physical form is like your body itself, but it is not able to function without the spirit which is in you, which in this case you could kind of see it as like as your heart, or like your mental, like physical form, if I must. I don't know the correct term. They talk about this a lot in like things like Shaman King or anything that has ghosts related into it, that or like shamanism. Basically it's basic. Think of it like Bleach, like the Bleach people. Like, you can see that the Shinigami, like, they have, like, their spirit form, and then they have, like, a physical body that they can go into and then kind of take over. Like, that's basically how ghosts work. So, without a spirit, like a solid spirit, you cannot function with your solid body, like a physical body. That's what I'm trying to say. So in this case, they every both of these get somewhat reset and then rewritten to be rebirthed into a new thing. But that being said, that doesn't mean that, because now they're saying rewritten. Before they were like saying the cat was saying erased. So we have to be clear on which one it is, because if it's rewritten, that means that we can still somewhat salvage whatever remaining remnants, world of remnants, whatever remnants are left over from that. And then if triggered in the right way, it can reawaken whatever past life or whatnot was within that spirit or body. So it's kind of like how muscles also have memory. Like depending on how it's done, like your body will just move without you thinking. Like how, let's say, if you have like a password, your fingers would just type it out naturally without you thinking about it too much. That kind of stuff. So that's the recreation part of it. Going back to this is a very touchy subject. Like even for me who really likes like seeing the bumblebee moments, it's very hard to get into the whole situation when, especially with like something like that going on. This episode, I'm gonna say this because it'll sound very like, it'll sound very stupid, but just hang with me here. Please just hear me out till the end. I don't like this episode because of how well and how accurately they kind of portrayed the whole situation here. It was too well done, and it kind of like triggered me in my own ways. It was too good that I hated it. Is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Like, what else can I add on to this? Oh yeah, so I wanted to add on more about the whole the possible situation where the Jabberwalker is actually Lewis, because again, they even the team actually stated this as well. We don't know what happened to Lewis. No one knows what happened to Lewis. Right now, John is only working on like a what if statement, like, because right now he just really doesn't trust anyone. He's been dropped into a foreign land where he knows no one. Totally understand that, because that was exactly what I went through when I came to this goddamn country. It's a good country if you know what's going on and like know people here. But when you first drop into like a fresh new country, not knowing the language well, living on another totally different cultural background where like it's basically considered the opposite when it comes to like how people operate here. I still have cultural shocks till this day. It's been what? It's been 5 years since I've been here. Still not long enough, but you know, it's insane. But the way that RWBY is attacking, like going towards Wise and then attacking everybody here. Yeah, I'm just rewatching the thing again. Cause the way that he added that too, it's all about you too. Damn. Oof. The way that Ruby said it too. Shut up. Oh man. The fact that Blake was it's interesting too because you would not expect that. It's like Ruby would be the one who would be like, I know it's bad here. She literally would say that. I know it's bad here, but guys, like, let's think of it in a positive view. The fact that Blaze saying that, opposite to what we thought was their personality way back in the past. And even with even last volume 8, where like Ruby and Blake also had their talk, and Blake was worried about like what's gonna happen to the team. Ruby was there to assure her. So this really hurt Blake. Weiss is hurt too. Yang is just angry at this point. Oh. The one thing I'm actually happy about is that Small. My bad, Small. My bad. Your name's Little. That I'm happy that Little is at least gonna be with her in this case. So she's like Little is still technically with her. I'm really hoping that they actually go sit down, kind of realize John needs therapy. Let's be honest, he really needs therapy ASAP. He should realize that what he's doing now is definitely not helping the situation. He should He knows that what he said was wrong. Obviously, he admitted that. But the reasoning to it about him being alone, about the whole guilty thing, yes, I know, John, I know. But that doesn't change the fact on Ruby's side as well. Because then, what about her? What about her as well? Yes, you had to kill someone with your bare hands. But if you think about it in Ruby's perspective, because of her plan, because of what she did, and because of her hate for like Neil, hundreds, thousands are dying, including Penny, because that ultimately, because of what she planned, it led to you killing Penny, which then indirectly goes back to her, because if she did not do this plan, then nothing bad would have happened from what you're saying in this case. Then in this case, what Ruby can essentially say to any of their statements on what they say is, then what would you have done? Then you think of it, you know? Freaking Uno reverse that thing situation there. Which is a valid point, because that does make sense. She has so far tried to solve everything as the leader here, and tried to do it to her very best ability. And no one will know whether there would have been whether this was like the best outcome, or most likely, or most possibly maybe the worst outcome too. No one will know. No one. This is the problem when it comes to picking from choices. No one would know the other freaking choices unless you can go back in time or something. I don't know. But when you look at the eyes here, like when Ruby left, I feel like Weiss is definitely worried about this whole situation, because the way that she just latched out onto all of them, you would not expect this from Ruby, which is valid, but we have to think about the fact that she's only human too. That being said, I feel like Blake has somewhat, I'm hoping, not just Blake alone, but I'm hoping that everybody does realize this. This is what I don't understand. Like, they clearly saw the signs. Y'all been through like deep shit as well, but she's also been through deep shit as well. God fucking damn. She's literally been on like freaking murder watch because of Cinder hating her guts, Neo hating her guts, fucking other people hating her guts because of her goddamn silver eyes. Even probably Salem. Who knows? Oh, I don't know. I'm putting a lot of possible existing burden on the other team members here because, again, if you're gonna be in a team, you have to an extent, share the burden of one another to an extent. I'm not telling you to share all the burden, but to an extent. More so, yeah, gang. I love you, sweetie. I really do. You, come on, gang. Come on. You should have clearly seen the signs. Why did they not have a talk? I'm still so butthurt about that. No talk whatsoever. I know that that's why RWBY emphasized the part of like no time. What about me and such as that. This is the whole self-care arc for Ruby Rose. I petitioned for this. And this is something that really does have to be focused upon, like especially for people. I can agree with this because I do need to do this as well, but I am too stubborn. I'm like, no one's gonna listen to me. No one's gonna like listen to what kind of stress I'm having. Which, come on, let's be honest, it is true to an extent. Like, no one would want to listen to someone else's like burdens or like what stress them, because then ultimately that will lead them to like listening to like stressful stuff, like bad news. No one wants that like mojo in their life, unfortunately. And because of that, ultimately when it comes to like friend groups and such like that, I do envy like people who are able to just openly talk about whatever the fuck they want to talk about, be it depressing as fuck, or like they have moments where they just cry and just don't say anything. Like, that's something I really admire. Like, that shows true friendship right there. Obviously, most of the time, it's not gonna be all the time. That's the key balance here. It can't be all the time. You have to give and take. You have to be like on equal scene. Just have maybe like one day per month. just let out everything and just like, I don't know, not scream as if someone committed bloody murder in front of you, but more like just talk everything out, let everything out, just let it out. Nirvana, just become calm, use calm mind on yourself or something like that. I was playing Pokemon like 2 hours before this. I'm so sorry. But yeah, this has become double the amount. I just wanted to get this across. I basically repeated whatever I was saying. I just want to put emphasis on this. You know that if I repeat whatever I'm saying, I'm trying to put super duper big emphasis on this. I'm just hoping they're gonna do it sooner or later, but it has to be sooner than later. From the beginning, I was like, the first thing I noticed was that Little, like, the questions that Little asked and the way that Little acted as well was very similar to Penny. So I feel like Little is gonna be the saving grace for this whole goddamn team at this point. Yes, they're really trying to put down Little's role as like the guide for the team in this world by having Little just having naps throughout the whole trip. But this is where Little is gonna shine. Little is gonna do something. Not even just do something. Little is gonna save this goddamn team at this point. And this is why I'm happy that Little is with Rose. Fuck, who's that? Steven's mom. With RWBY. Cause this would be the key difference between her and Alex at this point. Maybe. Because it does seem like, well, it's a bit tricky actually. Because I feel like when it comes to Alex, Lewis was the one who's trying to be the role that Little is doing right now for RWBY. But we saw how that worked out. Well, honestly, we don't know how that worked out. That's, to be fair. What they said, what the other members of Team RWBY, other than RWBY, said is valid, including John not knowing this as well. The cat also said a good point as well. No one knows what happened. No one knows what happened between the two, who knows? Maybe Lewis might be the plot twist there. Lewis is the bad guy. Who knows? And the Jabberwalker is whatchamacallit, is Alex, maybe. It does. It could be a possible route that they're going with, but I feel like, yeah, it could be a possible route. You never know. So it ultimately comes down to what Alex talked about with the herbist. If it was very similar to RWBY, it's just a lot to take in. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll cut this short. If y'all want to talk more about it in the comments, just comment away. I'll try and respond as fast as I can and as detailed as I can. You know how I am with my comments. So yeah, right away. And I hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.